Welcome back to your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso, right here on SABC3. And it's time to talk some cars. And our car guys, Gav and Shiro from overdrivetv.co.za, joins us once again to give us a piece of their minds on some serious 4x4s this morning. Guys, good morning. Welcome to Expresso.
Thanks, Ewan. Good to be here again.
Lovely. So what's on the table for us this morning?
Okay, we're going to kick it off with the Range Rover Diesel.
Yeah. Now I think not only is this the most luxurious car I've driven, but I think it's also one of the safest.
Is that because it weighs about 400 tons and has as many airbags?
Those are all contributing factors, but you're wrong, Chiro. It's actually because of the armrest.
Ah, yes, the armrest theory.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I believe when your left arm is on an armrest, you naturally drive slower. It's like it's just exponentially connected to your right foot. So
that's a good thing, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah. If you relax, you drive slower.
Armrests would save lives.
Armrests do save lives. Now, the thing, if you do want to get a move on in the Range Rover, it's got this phenomenal turbo diesel V8 engine, and it really gets moving. It doesn't handle brilliantly, but you don't need it to handle brilliantly. It's just a brilliantly smooth car, and it's powerful, but it also doesn't use as much fuel as the petrol, which we tested a few weeks ago.
Yeah, okay. We spoke about that here, and unless your surname is Royal Dutch Shell, you should buy the diesel.
You definitely
the petrol will
should.
Drink you out of house and home.
Nice. So it's nice, fuel efficient for a big car like that.
Yeah, best of both worlds.
It's all the car you need. I could talk about it for hours, but we do have time issues, so we have to move on. Yeah.
Now, you and the very same company can also sell you a 4x4, which is literally the polar opposite of the big Range Rover. Yeah. It's called the Land Rover Defender 110.
Can I just stop you there? That's one of my favorite 4x4s. Just so you know.
Yeah. Well,
we've
obviously got good news and bad news.
Yeah. Just so you guys know. But carry on.
Okay, right. Yeah. Now, I think the 110 refers to its top speed, but
you're not far off. I think it's about the maximum it can get to. But it's more to do with the length, actually.
Yes, absolutely. Now, Chiro and I racked our brains to think of another automobile manufacturer that makes two cars in the same segment that are so completely different, the Range Rover and the Land Rover.
That's a good point. I mean, the Land Rover is so rugged. It feels unbreakable. And I mean, it's designed so that you can wash it with a hose on the outside and on the inside, you know?
Absolutely.
And you wouldn't have a problem throwing the results of your hunting trip in the boot, you know?
Whereas I think in the Range Rover, the only dead animals that have been inside it are the ones that women going to the opera have been wearing. not that we advocate real fur or anything, but yeah.
So I suppose the actual car is what you want to know about.
Yeah. Yes.
Now, to me, it feels like driving a war zone. Honestly, it's
probably
loud.
why you like it, you know?
Yeah, no, exactly. I really like it.
It's loud. It's uncomfortable. It's like driving a portable office that you get at a construction site.
Now the thing is, as bad as it is on road, because it's difficult to drive on road, it is exponentially as good off road. It is absolutely phenomenal. People who know me well will know I can get lost on the way to an ensuite bathroom in a hotel room. So I got lost in the Land Rover and ended up doing some pretty serious off-roading, and it's unstoppable. You feel like the thing's made of granite. You feel like you can pretty much drive over anything.
They are phenomenal off-road.
They are. I mean, that's what they're designed for. They're very agricultural, but they are absolutely in a class of their own off-road.
That's the thing. I mean, you can build 4x4s these days to be biased for on-road work, and most of them are, because the worst thing they face is a bad show at the theatre, you know? But the Landy is unashamedly off-road biased, and I respect that. I don't like it very much, but I respect it.
We're not outdoors types like you.
And let's not go into the aerodynamics of it at all.
No, absolutely.
Go there.
I know government buildings that are more aerodynamic. But anyway, and then if we cross over to the other side of the Atlantic, let's see what the Americans are doing in the luxury 4x4 segment.
Yes, exactly. Now, the Jeep Grand Cherokee. It was tasked with almost rescuing this company. Chrysler, who owns Jeep, went bankrupt.
Again.
Barack Obama actually owns most of it. And it's really worked. They can't make these things fast enough.
Yeah, now the Americans don't do luxury necessarily like the Range Rover. The Range Rover does luxury. The Americans just do comfort. Yeah. So this is honestly one of the most comfortable cars we've driven.
And honestly, I was told by someone who bought the old Jeep Grand Cherokee that he sat in the front seat and he bought it based entirely on how comfortable he was.
Imagine being the salesman that day. Imagine being the salesman that day. The guy sat in it, liked it, he bought it.
Unbelievable.
And it's also very powerful. It's got the 5.7 litre Hemi V8, which is the hemispherical cylinder heads. I'm not quite sure what this means, but I know it produces a whole wall of power.
I think it sounds cool.
Yeah, exactly. It's a Hemi.
It's a Hemi.
Hemi is just American for more power. That's what it means. But I love their solution to an automatic tailgate. I mean, a lot of cars have these. The button is on the edge of the tailgate. You walk away, you press it, and the thing closes in front of your face. The Jeep, the button is inside the boot. So you lean in, you press it, and then it beeps at you while you run away.
Yeah. Luckily, the tailgate doesn't snap shut quickly. But
I mean, it gives a warning at least.
Yeah, it gives you a fair warning. warning. It tells you, look, I'm coming. But luckily, it accelerates as quickly as the Land Rover, so you've got time to get out, out of the way. Now, yeah, I think it's a great car, but
it's very handsome.
Between the Range Rover and the Cherokee, they're kind of competitors, and we would both say definitely the Range Rover until
we found out that it's half the price.
Yeah.
Really?
Literally half the price. The Range 1.25 million.
Yeah.
The Jeep Grand Cherokee 630.
Really?
So no wonder they're selling like hotcakes.
We don't think that it's twice the value in the Range Rover. We really don't.
Because they're almost on par.
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
I think off-road it might be a different. I mean, Jeep's got this wonderful quadra-drive system that actually works similarly to the Range Rover. You basically look out the window, see what terrain you want to drive over or through, and you adjust it. You adjust now. It's got snow, it's got gravel, it's got all the different settings. So very similar systems. I unfortunately didn't take the Jeep off-road of the three. It's the only one I didn't. But yeah, it's on-road. It's almost as good as the Range Rover. Of course, not having the air suspension that the Range Rover does. Probably not quite as comfortable.
The Yank in me wants the Jeep.
And Chiro got rid of his moustache. If he had his moustache on today, he would have been all about the Jeep. Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us and for the insight on the 4x4s. I know there's a lot of guys there that are 4x4 enthusiasts, so let us know on Facebook which of the three do you prefer? The Land Rover Defender, the Jeep, or even the Range Rover? And also follow these guys on Twitter at Overdrive TV and see what they get up to. Right now, over to our man Kat.
Stay with eXpresso and SABC3.